first I want to say is sorry for all like the trouble and stuff I had to go through to just seeing the video. It's been pretty crazy. Okay, so I did my book review on the Popol Vuh. It is translated by Dennis Tedlock, and the book is basically about how what Mayans consider the world was made, and it also tells you why those things that the Mayan gods made were made. So this could also be like translated to like Christians that are that believe in the Bible. This is like compared to like the Christian Bible. So what it talks about in the Popol Vuh is how people were created. So it kind of went through a trial and error type of creation. So it talks about how the Mayan gods first tried making people out of wood, which was unsuccessful because they realized that those people couldn't like they weren't there like intellectually, at least not like 100%. Which those people would end up becoming monkeys, and they'd be monkeys forever. So then afterwards, they tried making people with corn, white and yellow corn. So the Mayan gods tried this, and then whenever they realized that it worked, that it finally became people like me and you are today. They then seen corn as like an important element in their life, to where like they would always harvest it, and of course they would eat it. But it was so important to them because there was a connection between humans and the gods through corn. So, and then it also explains why things were born, why things were made. Like how it talks about animals, and like they were only made specifically to where like humans could hunt them and eat them. And it also says that the gods only made humans so that humans could worship the gods. It's the only reason they were on this earth. And yeah, so that is what they did actually. Their whole life, all they did was worship the gods. And one of the things they did to worship the gods was like a sacrifice and stuff like that. So after that, it also tells some stories that are in the Popol Vuh. So one of them is the Seven Makal, which is an ignorant god who kind of tries to want, or kind of like just wants everything to himself, and like hates every other god that's out there. He just wants everything to himself. So that tale is called the Hero Twins because the Hero Twins are Hunfa and Expalenque. And they try to destroy Seven Makal and his two sons, Zebakina and Cabracan. Or Cabracan, one of the two. And they want to because they want to balance out the world and to make everything good and not evil. So they do this by having was to do a ball game. So this ball game was something like super important to the Mayans back in the day. Like they did it for like for conflicts and stuff like that, to just like resolve problems. Kind of like instead of going to war and stuff like that, they would have this game, And this game, I'm pretty sure, would like later transition into soccer, or it was like had similar traits of it. And people would do this like if they had conflicts, but it would also lead to like if one team won, they could potentially kill the other team. I'm assuming, or like the other team would have to sacrifice themselves to the team that won. So, but overall, the Popol Vuh just tells like a lot of stories, stuff like that of like why things are created, and but overall, it's a great book. I think everyone should read it just to get another perspective of like how a lot of people read the Bible, and they see how like the world was created through the Bible's perspective. But having another perspective would also be nice and interesting to read about, which the Popol Vuh is to the Mayans.